Alright, time for next round, round 3 as it is. And question, this is a pretty marginal hand, 5 lands, Jace, Mulligan's Command. I think I'm going to mulligan it. It's a little, yeah. Just want more 1-mana spells. This is a better hand. Keep. Blood Crypt is probably the one land we don't want on top, or one of the few lands. So let's go ahead and bottom that. Cinderglade, so this is probably a Valakut deck, which is not a great matchup for us. We do have to go ahead and shock ourselves and get a Watery Grave. Serum Visions. I do want that Thoughtseize. I think I do want the Polluted Delta. Oh, top. Okay. Technically I should have held them out until after I cast the Thoughtseize, but... Okay, so we're going to take one of the Titans. They're going to be able to get Colony Heart Expedition online. Bolts, whatever. But yeah, we'll take the Titan that doesn't have an upkeep cost, I guess. Question is whether I just fire off this bolt on instep. I think I do. That way I can snap bolt it on the next turn. This needs... You're casting Summoner's Pact now. Oh, they're just going to get a Sakura Tribe Elder? Okay. Yep. I don't think that was necessary on their part. Yep. So now they have to just tap out here. And just like I don't know. One Valakut's not that big a deal. A bunch of Valakuts is a bigger deal. So let's see, opponent only has 2 mountains. This gets the 3rd and 4th. This gets the 5th. I'm okay. I'm gonna fetch an island and snap bolt my opponent. Response, they're fetching. I guess there's... And they're shocking? What the... Okay, your Valakut's still not quite turned on. Opponent is just like on the Bolt Us Out plan. Okay, so my fetch resolves. The island... Bolt the Snapcaster Mage, which is fine. Bolt them. Terminate is not great, but to hold up Logic Knot, which another Valakut. That's bad. That's not good. This we have to Logic Knot for sure. And just do that. Tempted. Sometimes these decks depends on exactly what build my opponent's on. I'm assuming Colony Heart Expedition usually means a Scapeshift version rather than a Breach version. and the Breach versions are much more likely to run a Simian Spirit Guide. So I'm going to go ahead and just do it for 2, because we might have to Snapcaster this back at some point, or cast another Logic Knot for enough. Alright, so we're going to click our opponent in their draw step. They fired off the bolts, so we don't know anything. We need to get on with this pretty quickly. Anger, Wooded Foothills. Anger is definitely not the worst thing, but it does let them save a bolt for our face. But oh boy, we're in a spot of trouble, as they say. I think we just have to take the anger. So let's see if they just take this turn, anger away the click, play the foothills. The next turn we can like draw step Kolaghan's Command them. Or if we take the anger. Yeah, this is tough. I'm gonna take the anger. I don't know. It could be very wrong. Yeah, this is strictly worse. Them drawing the second Valakut was very bad for us. We still kind of have a chance. So on their draw step, we're going to discard that and rebuy a Snapcaster Mage. So we can recall against Command again if we draw a land, or we can draw a click. I think this is better to get the Snapcaster. Draw step. Rebuy, discard. We got a Farseek, which is good. We'll go ahead and get a Steam Vents. Darkslick Shores does not quite do it, but we do get to hold up. Alright, so this is not great for us. So we can Snapcaster Logic Knot for 6 if they happen to draw something big. They're 6 if they try and cast something of more than 4 or more mana. That would be an option if they draw another Primeval Titan, or Escape Shift is actually just not quite enough. Alternatively, we can just Snapcaster Serum Visions and try and get to a Madcap Experiment, which is not game over, but unless they find a third Valakut or another way to fetch, kind of buys us a lot of time, potentially. So I think we just have to be pretty proactive. So I'm going to Snapcaster Serum Visions. Draw a Bolt, and we don't want either of these cards really. And Tar Pit, it's fine-ish. If that was untapped, that would have been much, much better. No, they drew a bolt and decided to fire it off. That was reasonable. I think we just fire off our own bolt, actually. We've got 2 terminates, like, bolt's not doing anything but going to face. This skull, I think we hold the Scalding Tarn. Yeah, hold the Scalding Tarn in case we can. Okay, so they've got lethal on board. It's just a question of when/if they do go for it, which is apparently right now. And we don't have anything to do about it. There's not a ton we could do about it. I'd like to have Shadow of Doubt. Shadow of Doubt is actually very good in the bad matchups for this deck, like Valakut and what's his face? Okay. And we're dead. Yep. Okay. So let me go with start playing cards. Ghost Quarter comes in for Gemstone Caverns, probably just in general in this matchup. There is a question of whether we want to run the combo or not. They can definitely go over the top of it. But I think it's okay to have, especially, I think I'm going to keep it here when we're on the play, and they haven't seen it yet, and haven't brought in Ancient Grudge or something. Bolts are pretty poor. I like actually Collective Brutality. They've got a fair number of instants, and sometimes the life drain can help. Dreadbore, I think I'm off. Did not appear to be any kind of Nahiri deck. They had an option to fetch Sacred Foundry if they so desired, so Terminates aren't great. I think I want maybe 1 bolt over the 3rd Kolaghan's Command. Seems about right. Like I said, I'm assuming they're not on the Through the Breach plan based on the Colony Heart Expedition. It's whatever. Dispel could come in, but I think Counter Squall is just better to hit. Scape Shift is, I feel like I'm likely against. Ooh, Spell Snare. I could get Dispel instead of Spell Snare, but Spell Snare hits all their ramp cards, and there's a good chance we'll be able to leave that mana open. Want both all the chases. Sure. Okay, we'll run it like this. Could be a little bit off, but I mean, this deck's probably a little bit off. This is not fun. I guess we'll keep. Need to find another land. Ugh. At least we're not searching for tomorrow yet. Alright, so let's Inquisition. Oh boy, yep. They are on the Scape Shift build. It has been confirmed. How do we beat this? I don't think we take the Explorer because it looks like they're light on land drops. Just takes Sakura Tribe Elder. Seems like probably the best course of action. They can't even, ooh, the double Cinder Blade, they can't even cast anything but Bolt on their next turn necessarily. But I think just letting them cycle once is better than giving them an extra land drop, and they've got Scape Shifts in hand. Serum Visions, draw, Polluted Delta. Okay, I don't hate these cards. I think probably keep top Logic Knot, then Vendilion Clique above it, so that way we can. I think we're gonna. I'm trying to figure out whether next turn we want to click them in their draw step, or like Snapcaster Inquisition them off of another Sakura Tribe Elder. I think we'll order it this way, and I'm kind of leaning towards firing off the Snapcaster Inquisition, and then they probably just fire off bolts at the Snapcaster, which then allows the Clique to get in. Do have to shock ourselves, unfortunately, to get a red source, which is necessary. I think it's okay to get a Tar Pit, or I'm sorry, Blood Crypt here, so we can have the option of yeah. I think that just leaves our options a little bit more open. And the bolts, as kind of expected. Trigger resolves. Inquisition. Chalice is annoying. It does turn off Lightning Bolt from our hand, but I think we just need to crimp their mana and try and just click and start beating down. If we draw any land, we'll be able to. Yeah, it was definitely right to get the Blood Crypt so we can activate Tar Pit with any other land. So. Do that. They explore, presumably. The Chalice. And miss a land drop. Okay. It's possible I'm supposed to Chalice. Courser, Explore, Farseek. Courser's actually very annoying, but maybe we just leave them with this. Just because I try and keep them off of hitting the land. Just don't want to give them more draw steps to land. Like I would take the Explore or Farseek to take away, it would be the Farseek to take away a guaranteed land drop. It gives them the draw into a land, and if they go land Courser right now, that's pretty crappy. If they just cast Farseek right now, that's less bad. So I'll just leave with that. So Courser and Farseek, which I assume is getting cast here. Yeah. Or cards that are not in the revealed zone because I looked at their hand instead of whatever. So Kolaghan's command, we can shatter, rebuy Snapcaster Mage is probably my best bet. Turns on my Lightning Bolts. I could also just activate Tar Pit and attack. I think it's better. Making them discard a Scapeshift is not a big deal right now. So I think that's the way to go. probably do this on instep. Yep. Oh, Courser's so good. Relic. Yeah. I think I was definitely supposed to click away my own Empyrean. It is, we're on the, interesting. So we can Snapcaster Serum Visions right now. I think it's better to Snapcaster Serum Visions now. I was thinking I was going to just hold up the bolt. I'm just going to fire off the bolt on instep. Terminate Tarn. Don't really need additional lands. I mean, it's fine. Additional red source is not terrible. Maybe I do. So let me think. So I bolt them, they go to, they still have Explore, Farseek. They're going to draw a Relic. One unknown card. Bolt them to 12. I think I don't hate having additional red source is tempting. Very, very tempting. Allows us to bolt, and yeah, I think we need the red source. We don't need the second one, but I'll take one more red source. Ugh, Baloth. Baloth bad. Explore. Yep, they're. Ugh, Courser is killing me. Just murdering me. Relic, sure. Yep. Cards are exiled. Do Relic, and they got Prime Time on top. The search. Alright. Bolt. Let's see. Okay. So I can fortunately not be able to deal with the Primeval Titan off the top, or Baloth if they chose to play it. I think my only option is to got Scape Shift. Okay, still one unknown card. Baloth, Primeval Titan, Scape Shift, Scape Shift. If they go for the Primeval Titan, I can potentially kill them. I think I need to activate. So we activate Tar Pit, attack for 6, 9, and then potentially be able to terminate the next turn. Courser's going to gain a lot of life though. Maybe we terminate. I guess we terminate the Courser. Attack for 5, bolts for 4. Yeah. We have to terminate that. It's just going to gain so much life. Yep, bail off the bed. Well, the good news is they missed a land drop, so you're saying there's a chance. Let's see. I can bolt now, and then if I draw my last bolt, we just kill them. Saving the bolt does not a ton. Not a ton. Bolt Thoughtseize instead. Okay, so their hand is Scapeshift, Primeval Titan, Unknown. So if we thought and... Okay. I might just Search for Tomorrow comes in, gets a mountain, and then Primeval Titan resolves. Do we care if they just cast Primeval Titan? I don't think we do. I think we just want to activate the Tar Pit and get in there. It would be nice if we had gotten a tapped, whatever, another black source so we could Thoughtseize it away. But, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. If they draw and land naturally and just go for the Scapeshift, we lose. We just lose. I'm trying to think of whether representing counter magic. No, they just go for it. They've got 2 Scapeshifts, so let's just make sure we can actually kill them. Jeez, how have I used so much time? Yep. Yeah. So if there's Primeval Titan, we can win. If they Courser should be fine. Reveals Mountain. Play Mountain. Go to 4. Attack for... Oh! Yeah. Yep, okay. Oh, I'm just going to make sure opponent executes this correctly. They will. They'll get... Assuming they have Valakut and 6 mountains. So they needed to Courser, and Courser is brutal against me. Alright, we had a chance. We didn't get there. Oh well. Yeah, they got it. I'm not gonna... Okay, not gonna waste your time with this.